Yes guys, so welcome to the Surreysettings channel. We're going to be doing a video today on a Skoda Fabia Vrs. Go do a review on it. In the channel we're going to be having car reviews, car meets, car battles, all sorts. So if you like car shit, give us a follow. So the owner Josh is going to come and he's going to run through what he's done so far to the VRS, what his plans are.
So yeah, it comes with 130 horsepower standard. I can't remember the foot-pounds of torque, but right now it's sitting at 165 horsepower, which isn't a lot. But for something that
anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, for something that weighs 1,300 kilograms, it does move its weight. Yeah.
So what are those wheels are running?
The wheels, they're calibers, they're 5x100s, 8J, so they do sit quite wide. They're also on spacers.
Yeah, she's broken.
Yeah, I had to put those on because I did the big brake setup. So I've gone from a 256mm brake setup on the front to a 312mm.
Tight.
Yeah, it does improve the braking quite a bit. It's been tested a few times, so yeah, it's doing well. But yeah, they had to be put on as the caliper with the standard wheels didn't fit over the bigger calipers. What else has been done? So it's got a straight through exhaust, as you'll hear in a minute. It's got a mapped ECU in there, so it's mapped to 165 horsepower. It's got popcorn. The EGR has also been mapped out. The EGR is still on there. It just means the flap is constantly open, so airflow is going through.
So she's smoky?
Yeah, a little bit smoky, not as much as other Fabias or IB as you see on the road. But yeah, she's a good car, good on fuel as well.
Right guys, so we're out in Josh's VRS. We're going to go for a quick spin and do a few pulls, see what she's like.
So should we do a third gear pull, or should we do a second from 30?
Do a second, fuck it.
Oh god.
I've got to hold the camera, it's going to go all over the place. She shifts. She's torquey.
Yeah, she shifts her weight very well.
What torque is it running? Do you know?
I actually don't know. I think it's mid 200s to 300s, I think.
That's foot-pound, yeah. So
I could be completely wrong, but yeah, it's about that.
Nice.
The bumpy
You look like a fella.
Funny looking geezer. A bit bumpy. If only there wasn't the car in front. Then,
do you want to do a launch?
Yeah, we'll slow down. We'll do a little launch.
Do a launch. You get the facial reaction live.
Just put the hazards on, let this car over. Can't go round.
Go on.
Come on, Mesh. You're wasting our time.
Right. Clutch delete.
Clutch delete. Right, should we open your window for a second?
Yeah, go on. Get a full. Hey, that's dirty. Smoked the whole road out.
Imagine when she's pushing more power, that would be so much more smoke.
Yeah. That's alright for a fucking just a stage one.
Needs more.
You can't moan at that.
Needs more. Needs more.
If you want a cheap, fast car,
definitely
get a VRS or a PD130. Get a fucking RB4 Mark 4 Golf. What else? The Jetters or the Borers, but they look rough.
The Borers, they're alright to be honest. I do like the Borers.
There's no convincing me that a Borer looks nice.
I think though with the Borer I'd have the 1.8 turbo. That's what I prefer.
Yeah, I like 1.8 turbos, but every one I've had has been drama.
You had the IB for, didn't you?
I had the IB for, I had the A3, that was 1.8 turbo, and that set on fire, which was always good. But I like 1.8 turbos because you got good power and you just. They're cheap to make like 300 brake out of. You just need a KO4 and front mount and a map really. We've got
a nice little bit of a straight coming up in a second.
Yeah.
There's a bit of cars up there, so we'll see how long it takes us to catch up.
Yeah. What's that, third?
This is third. The gear range is like, it goes on for quite a while.
Yeah.
test the big brakes.
Look, I'll be for 6L.
Hey, I'm Beefer. Hey, Beefer. Oh, it's a lady driving.
Female. She won't get in limiter.
That's going to be clean as fuck.
Then one day I'll buy it and absolutely abuse it.
That's what you do with all your cars.
Yeah. I've had 7 Ibifas now. 7?
Sketchy turn.
Oh, fuck.
Whoa!
That was close.
That's got to be the deadliest turning in the world.
Yeah.
So, does he make it across? Yeah, he does. Alright. What are you doing? What are you doing? Just because you're driving a big car doesn't mean you can park
bunch
in the
of
middle.
plane spotters.
Plane spotters. There it is, a Boeing. Hello.
God, there's multiple plane spotters.
There's a lot of people here to enjoy the Fabia.
They've come for the show, the smoke show. Give it to them.
Not right here.
Go on. What?
They're all looking.
They're disappointed, look.
Disappointed. It's so much noise. But
Heather, what is that sound?
It's a Fabia. Oh.
Did a Skoda make that sound?
Alright, should we get some flybys of this then? Hear it from the outside?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, let's get this done.
So how are you finding the car so far, Josh?
How am I finding the car? I'm absolutely loving it, not gonna lie. It's probably one of the best cars I've owned so far, out of the 6 I've owned. It's cheap to run, it's reliable, I haven't really had any issues, so when I'm driving this car to and from work I'm probably getting about 40 to 50 miles per gallon.
What, that's with a stage 1?
Yeah, that's with the stage 1. Even with a heavy right foot you're probably looking at about 30 to 40 miles per gallon, so it is really good on fuel. It's a lot of fun to chuck round bends. You do lose traction a little bit sometimes, obviously the car's a monster truck, but yeah, she shifts her weight about a lot, having 165 brake horsepower and weighs near enough nothing, so yeah, she keeps up with a few things, but yeah, she could be a lot faster and I can't wait for it to be faster.
A lot of tuning potential as well.
Yeah, these can take a lot of power, as I've said already. I've seen some of these push up to 400 horsepower, and that's ridiculous.
That's with standard internals as well, that's just strap-ons really, so it's ascertainable.
Yeah, but it does cost quite a bit as well.
Yeah.
You start pushing more power through. Compared to my previous motors though, as I said...
So what did you have before this?
Before this I had a Audi A4 Avant, which was...
a hearse.
Yeah, that was a horrible car, but I had that as sort of a gap, as I had a Mk1 Golf before that. It was a PD170. I love that car to bits. It was modified before I bought the car, so it was bought, not built. I did have a lot of fun in that though, and it was a lovely car to drive. But this just it's different in a way. They both had near enough the same amount of power, but I feel like this is faster just because it's got a lot less weight than the Golf.
Yeah, it must be good.
But yeah, what did I have before that? I had a Polo 9N before that, so the same sort of chassis as this. And then before that was my first car. Well, I mean, I only had it for 3 weeks, so I wouldn't really call it a first car, but it was a 98 reg Ford Fiesta. 1.3. It was a fun little car, a little college runner. But yeah, those are the motors I've had so far. Oh, and a BMW which I crashed into a tree.
Smooth.
Yeah, smooth.
That's where they belong anyway.
Yeah.
Right guys, that concludes our Fabia Vrs review. I'll rate the cars. They're 30 little cars. They're ideal if you want a quick daily. Even if you're just getting into the car scene, you want something fast, cheap to mod, you want parts easy. Like you can get probably low 200 brakes for what, £800 all in. That's with parts and a map. And you're running low 2s, which is probably like 400 newton meters in them. The engines are solid. I trust them. I've built them before, and they've been fun. The VRS, I think they can look sweet when they're done right. They look good. If you like the engines but don't like the style of the car, I'd be for 6Ls, Mark 4 Golfs. They all come with the PD130. They look 30 when they're done. It's cheap, good power. Like, you could pull up with low 200s next to a petrol running like 260 and you'll probably win just out of torque, and then obviously when it gets to higher speeds they'll go past. But you know, if you're just on dusting people at lights, get a diesel, I can't fault him. That Josh's one is sick, it's clean, he got it for a good price, he's doing good mods to it, he's got a lot planned for it, so hopefully we'll do another video on it once he's done everything. Yeah, but that's it. I'm gonna rate these, I'm gonna do car reviews, I'm gonna rate them out of 10. The Fabia Vrs, I'm giving it an 8. 8.5 even. Solid cars, I recommend them. That's it. This is our video over with now. The next video might be another review. We're just gonna get the channel going, get some content for you guys. And then we'll get into the meets. We're gonna start organising some meets again soon. Do some car battles. Yeah, get all over it. Our Instagram, Surreysettings, we post a lot on there. Yeah, it's been sick. Love people.